There we go. Can you guys hear me okay in the chat? Want to double check? Guys, I'm excited. We are live from all three platforms tonight for the first time since September. So if you are not following on all three platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, guys, that is where we are at tonight. All three. I'm going to be looking at all three chats here. So let me get over before, if you guys are on TikTok, if you guys will tap the screen everywhere else, get a couple things situated here. Oh, this looks so, guys. This looks so freaking so exciting. So freaking awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Give me just a minute. Fixing a couple things elsewhere quickly here. Got things here. All right, for my mods over on Tube, if you guys will comment if you have not been added yet, double check and make sure everybody. Only if you're over on YouTube, only comment if you're actually a mod. Awesome, awesome. I'm gonna do this, guys. So bear with me here. Once again, if you're on TikTok, tap that screen. I'll get to you guys here in just a second. This is the first time we are streaming on three platforms ever, really. So it looks really, really good, and I'm so freaking excited. All right, I think I've got everybody so far. If I've missed anybody, let me know. Rachel. I'll get the rest of you guys at the end of the stream once we're done, but you guys mostly should be good. If you guys trickle in, just tell me you need to be added, and I'll add you. But alrighty, guys, welcome in. I appreciate you guys for being here. If you guys will tap that screen and share this out, as always, I really guys be words. Hope you guys are all doing well. We're gonna talk weather. We got a lot of stuff going on here. We've got very, very cold air coming down from Canada this week, next week, or this weekend into the week of next week. We've got a shot for multiple winter storms potentially as well, something to be very, very, very mindful of. We are still not set in stone at all on what we're gonna see winter storm wise yet. There's still a lot of models that are kind of all over the place, but I will say, based off of the afternoon ensembles and afternoon guidance from European, GFS Canadian, I think we're going to get a winter storm somewhere in Texas and Louisiana next week. Now, where it goes after that, we'll have to wait and see. What you guys are looking at on your screen is what we call a temperature average map. So above average temps are in the orange, below average temps are in all the blue shaded colors there that you can see. And basically, the only difference that we have so far with tonight since yesterday, basically is this little orange blob. So we're now in that 6 to 10 day range. So now 10 days out, we're going to start to see a little bit of a warming trend up into portions of the northern plains and then back here into portions of the Western California, basically, and into Nevada will be above average. But everybody else, if you were in this big old blue belt, especially in the mid-Atlantic, the southeast, we are locked in on a very, very, very cold pattern for the next 7 to 10 days. And I'm pretty sure you guys are pretty much aware of that at this point in time. So we'll guys updated on that. Get a couple more people on here that I have no. Yeah, if you guys are over on YouTube and you've got the little wrench symbol beside you, you're good, and I can see that on there, guys. If you haven't yet, let me know and I'll get you guys fixed. Yeah, Penny's got that. Penny, if you'll help me over on that, I'll appreciate that very, very much. If you guys are on TikTok and you're not following my other socials, we are live 2 other places as well, which I'm beyond excited about. This is really, really awesome stuff. But yeah, like I said, I will yeah, we'll be kind of watching all 3 chats. I've got you guys pulled up here, some chats, which is exciting. Give me just a second, guys. I got 2 more things here fixed. We're gonna go to lovely Awesome sauces. All right. Now that I got everything fixed, we can see everything. All right, guys, let's talk weather. So what are we looking at right now? We're going to go off of our latest, let's go to our European model run here first, and then we'll kind of go from there. The new GFS model run, or OOZ, will come in here in about 20-ish minutes. It'll start to update, so we'll get some new information on that American model. The European will update afterwards. We'll go ahead and talk about what the European model basically did earlier this afternoon. And right now, let's go to the ECMWF is what we like to call it here. We'll look at our jet stream first. We'll look at the 500 millibar here and kind of tell where our winds are going to be at our low or high. All of that stuff, our lovely, lovely jet stream. Quentin, let me add it. Yeah. All right. Alrighty, so here is our jet stream. So what we're going to be looking for, maybe. There we go. I had to get my pin up. There we go. All right, what we're going to be looking at is what we call a northwesterly flow out of Canada. And so what this is going to allow here is basically very, very cold air to coming down out of Canada. It speaks for itself. As long as we have what's called a northwesterly flow coming out of Canada, the West Pacific, dipping down across the Central Plains like you're seeing right now, this is where we see that cold air. And actually what's happening right now is we're getting rid of this upper level low that was basically bringing snowfall over the last couple days across the Great Lakes. And basically what's going to happen as of today and tomorrow, you kind of saw, if you're down in Texas, portions of Louisiana, you guys saw that your temperatures were relatively decent, very, very warm today. That is due to the ridging that was in effect between our next storm system coming in on Saturday and the low pressure system that was up in the northeast. So today and tomorrow, or technically today, there was a very, very nice day. Tomorrow there will be one last warm day, and then if you're down in the southeast, you'll have a pretty good chance at being warm as well, which will also change as we go to Saturday night and into Sunday. Let's kind of go and time the jet stream out. So as we go into the Saturday, Sunday time frame, you see this very, very cold air mass moving in. We actually have a upper level low that is going to bring some rain showers down here into the southeast. We're also going to have the threat for some isolated snow, some sleet, and some rain. It's going to be kind of a bejumbled wintry mixed mess this weekend. That'll be over into the Ohio Valley. So Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia looks to be kind of the higher end snowfall totals. And then back into the northeast, we'll have a chance for some isolated wintry mix. So we'll put a WI for this kind of wintry mix, and then we'll go over here towards the southeast. This is going to be straight old rain down here, maybe even a general thunderstorm pop up in this area. So like I said, just something to be mindful of here. And then as we go into Sunday, that cold air mass is going to come in. Once that low pressure moves east, you're pretty much locked in on a cold setup for the next week. And we're going to have majority people in the United States be cold. As long as this northwesterly flowing bowling ball trough is coming out of Canada, that's going to allow for that cold air to continue to initiate and move its way down to the southeast. And that really stays in effect, guys, all the way through. I mean, this is through next Thursday and Friday. I mean, we're going to continue to have this. We get one little break, and I wouldn't really say that's a break, but a break on Friday before another smaller scaled Arctic blast comes down. This looks more of just a west to easterly flow at that point, and then past that point, we get into the second week or the fourth week of January, and it's kind of all on the table at that point. So we'll have to wait and see. European model, a lot different. It wants to keep this cold air around basically through February 1st. We'll have to see if that actually plays out or not. Just something to be very, very mindful of. What we're going to be watching for, let's go to our precip here. Actually, let's not do precip. Let's go towards our... Where is it at? Here we go. I believe this is our 500 bar. There we go. I had to find it for a second. So this is what we call our 2 millimeter, or 2M temperature anomaly here. This is basically going to show us if you're above average or below average again. And so right now, we're pretty nice. We've got a pretty decent warming trend over Canada right now, down into the Central Plains. This will be through tomorrow. We'll see that warm air in place. And then as this cold air comes down out of Canada, it's going to push all of this warm air to the east. It's going to go somewhere. And so, you start to see those greens, those purples. That's basically 10 degrees to 20 degrees below average, basically in a nutshell there. And so what that's going to allow for is a low pressure system that's going to be moving off of the West Pacific here, but technically California, Baja California area here. And it's going to basically merge with that trough and then go into the Gulf of Mexico. And we might have ourselves a winter storm potentially next week. I think it's more on the lines of we're going to have a winter storm. It's just how, is it going to be low scale, medium scale, or high scale as far as where we're going to be seeing that at. And so right now, like I said, GFS model was very, very iffy throughout the last couple of days, showing any type of moisture anywhere in the Gulf. The European and the Canadian were the ones that were really showing the icon as well. We're showing it. And now the GFS is kind of on track. So we're going to have to watch. I'm really interested in those nighttime runs that we get tonight. It will be very, very, very in terms of what data we get in with this here. Let's keep playing this out here. So as we go into, like I said, Sunday, Monday, that coldest air is here, guys. I mean, we start to see these pinks and these whites. That is 30 plus degrees below average. So we're talking, if you're, I made this analogy last night on stream. Temperatures in, central Iowa are, 20 degrees average wise for your average high would be 20 degrees in January for central Iowa. But when you bring in an air mass like this and they say, oh, you're going to be, 30, 40, maybe even 50 degrees below average, that means you subtract that number from your average high. So you're not looking at negative 50 degree temperatures in central Iowa next week. You're looking at probably around 0 to negative 10 degrees below average or what your temperatures would actually be at. Some people get that mixed up. I've seen a lot of people post that's what that is, and some people just don't know how to read weather maps properly very well. So just something to have in your back pocket when you're reading these models. And then, like I said, as we go into Tuesday, we look to have the coldest air over the Ohio Valley, and then down here into Louisiana, Texas. This is where we're thinking we're going to get that winter storm. The coldest air is in place on Tuesday and Wednesday. Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. I would even think we could have some snow and some sleet fly in portions of Jacksonville, Florida as we go into the later half of the week here. So this will be a very, very, very interesting week as far as weather, as far as watching for the winter storm potential, and then also watching, what's the word here? We're also watching for the threat of the cold air that'll be in place as well. Let me go over here. Let's look at our GFS. So this is our GFS run from this afternoon. The OOZ should start to kick in about 15 minutes. But basically what we're looking at, there's our little low pressure system that's going to develop here on over the Texas and Oklahoma line on Saturday, technically Friday night into Saturday morning. So basically tomorrow night. We're going to have rain showers and storms developing from the Ohio Valley down. There could be some mixing of some snow up here into portions of Michigan. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. Thank you over there on TikTok. I appreciate you guys over there. Thank you guys for tapping the screen as well. But we're basically going to be watching this is what I call a clipper system in terms of rain and snow. This low pressure system actually looked a lot more organized as we were watching this earlier. I would say even the end of last week. And it's really trended down in terms of intensity. So that's going to allow for a little bit of snow. I'd say 1 to 3 inches of snow up in PA, Eastern Ohio, down up into New York there, and then just rain down south. And then we've got to watch this second piece of energy. So there might be a little bit of snowfall potentially out of this very, very broad low that's trying to develop over the Rockies for northern Texas. So like Amarillo might see some snow flurries Saturday night. And then here comes that cold air mass. So as soon as that low exits, you've got your blue isobars that basically run that 32 degree temperature line from the West Pacific all the way down through Louisiana and back up. So that's where your 32 degree temperature line is. And we actually might get some pretty decent snow up here in the Northeast as we go into Sunday night, Monday time frame here. So something to watch if you're up in the Northeast, like Maine, Massachusetts. I don't think this is going to be a heavy, heavy snow event as of right now. Just something to be very, very mindful of. But we could be looking at anywhere from 1 to 3, 5 inches of snow, maybe. We'll look at those models here in just a few minutes on that. And then back here, as we go into that Tuesday time frame, this is what's really interesting. We got to pay attention to Monday night and Tuesday. I think by the time Saturday and Sunday gets here, if we have the trends that are still trending right now, we should get storm watches for southern Texas. That would include Houston more than likely, and then down along Interstate 10. So it looks like this winter storm is going to try and set up along I-10 and then go east. So I would expect some type of watch or advisory to get issued by Saturday, maybe even the Sunday. And then this will basically kind of work its way east. Now, we're still in a big question mark on where this is going to go. That is the biggest thing I want to remind you of. This is not a set in stone winter storm. This is something we're still trying to figure out. We've got ensembles that show different things. We've got model runs that show different things. So we're trying to come to agreement on what's going to happen. And I'm hoping tonight we'll actually have some clarifying information on that to start with here. But looking at some pretty decent snowfall values from Houston, Texas over. I know Houston, Texas, you guys are going to get snow next week. Isn't that crazy? Down towards like New Orleans, Lafayette, we've got Lake Charles. We're really going to be focusing on the I-10 corridor. And really depending on if this moisture shifts a little bit further north, you can enhance that snowfall further north. If it shifts south, we could get nothing. And that's where the controversy with the model runs is basically placed at right now. So just something to be mindful of. And then as we go into Wednesday and Thursday, that low moves its way east. I will tell you this. There is one thing for certain that's going to happen. We're going to get a lot of rain in Florida. That is, I think at this point, kind of something that's unavoidable. Like I said, we'll watch and monitor this, but I do think there'll be a pretty decent amount of rain that falls in Florida as far as we go into the Tuesday and Wednesday time frame. And then as we go into Thursday and Friday here, could we see another winter storm over the Ohio Valley? This is another thing. I want to see if this trends tonight as well on the new GFS run. We got another low that develops. Still got pretty decent cold air in place. Not extreme cold air, but by the time we get to Thursday and Friday, we should be warming up back here into the Gulf of Mexico states, as well as moving into the central portions of the lower Ohio Valley. But there still will be a 32-degree temperature line that's set up, so I'm very interested to see if we're going to get another winter storm. So we're watching 2 winter storms next week in extremely cold air, in a general sense of things. Now as we go into Thursday and Friday, the models really like the idea of a winter storm that's going to potentially set up over, Kentucky, into Illinois, Indiana, Missouri. I mean, these areas have been, we've been hit hard. We've been hit really, really hard over the last couple of weeks here. So I'm really sick of seeing the snow, if y'all want me to be. That'll move into the Northeast. We'll get another snowfall event up into the Northeast, and then, there's that, and then another blast of cold air, and then past that point, we'll have to wait and see what happens going forward. And then, like I said, you've got the European model here that, alrighty. All right, I did it, babe. You're good. But as we go into, the European model here, European model has that low pressure system over the same area that we're going to see with the GFS model on Saturday and Sunday. Snow and sleet, not freezing rain, snow, sleet, wintry mix up here in portions of the Ohio Valley on Saturday and Sunday. The difference with the Euro is the Euro has a little bit of a stronger, robust pull in moisture, just slightly, with an extended sleet, freezing rain mix down towards like Corpus Christi area, but we're still seeing that consensus. So like I said, location, amounts, all of that, still kind of a certain question mark at this point right now. But as we continue to get these updates in, this will hopefully get confined into a better forecast. And then we're going to watch this thing go east. This is what I'm interested to see. This is the difference between the Euro and the GFS. The GFS, less moisture, more cold air. European, more moisture, more cold air down south, and you basically get a pretty nasty setup all up and down this corridor with the European model run. So once again, the next 2 hours will be very interesting to see what trends and what doesn't trend. And this could go as far as, guys, we got freezing rain on the European model run on Wednesday, the 22nd. It'll be a pretty bad ice setup in Jacksonville, Florida, if we got something like this. And if you don't believe it can't snow or freeze rain and the Florida Panhandle, best bet you're wrong on that one, because we will definitely have cold temperatures in place for this. So something to be very, very watchful of. And then you get this up into the beaches here, and you're like, oh, here comes our snow for the East Coast, and then that's gone. And then past that point, we'll see what happens. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. I like the Euro in this situation right now. I've been more of a fan of the European model as of right now. The GFS has just been way too inconsistent, but we'll have to see what happens. Have to wait and see what happens. It will be very... All right. You guys have questions? Yeah, make sure you guys, if you're over on TikTok, make sure you guys are following me on Facebook and excited to have you guys. You guys are all doing well tonight. I do appreciate you guys. This is going to take time for me to get used to now that I have to look at all of my screens and be like, all right, we got Facebook, got all of the chats that I'm trying to look at once. Can you guys still hear me okay as well? Make sure on that. Might be the Wi-Fi just slightly. Yeah, I'll stay close. Yeah, I was gonna say I'll probably leave the mic, and that's what it does. It's known for doing that, sadly. Does the sound on the audio sound okay? It's the mic. Okay, that's fine, babe. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was the mic. I'm gonna have to get my suppressor and stuff fixed on here so you guys can hear me. All right, we're gonna get our new GFS run to start running in here in a few minutes. Also, no severe weather expected right now from SPC, but I would not be surprised on Saturday. We got like a little marginal risk somewhere up in this corner due to very, very weak plays. Yeah, it's probably going to be a little bit wonky with different areas, guys, because we are streaming. I think I'm watching all three, and they look pretty. All right. I'll basically put the mic up here so you guys can watch me eat the mic. Is that any better? Does it sound a little bit better? This is more of like a test live stream. Out and then y'all like it. Yeah, Kaylee mentioned something good there in the chat as well. So if you think you're gonna lose power, make sure you have your stuff ready to go now. So especially down along Interstate 10. Be very, very mindful of that. So like Houston, Lafayette, New Orleans area down east. We get an icing event. Make sure you guys get that supplies in now, generators, any of that stuff if you need it. You guys down in the deep south have issues a lot more easily than what you typically see up here in things. So that's a very good point that well. I like that. I like that. To the other. So, like I said, guys, we're just going to wait for the GFS model to start kicking in here in just a minute. And once it kicks in, we'll start to talk about it. There's not really much to run over as of right now as far as any new information from what I posted on my videos earlier. So, yes, solar lights will help. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Richie. 100%. Absolutely. Thought on that one. Again, guys, we are at 16,000 likes over there on TikTok. I appreciate it. I do. I'm really more excited, guys, for these. We're in like full severe weather coverage mode. I got this 65-inch TV sitting right here in front of me that's got everything else put on it, and I'm so excited. Like something I've dreamed about for probably, I would say, the last 5 years, and now that we've got it all fixed and set up and ready to go, like this will be our first severe weather season being able to do this the right way. We got a full weather team, about 50 plus people on it. We've got everything we need to kick it in the butt this year. All right. I need my GFS run to start updating here. This takes forever. All right. And if you're in the chat, you got questions on anything, let me know. As far as snow totals, where we're going to see that stuff at right now, still very, 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 very long. Let's pull up a graphic real quick. Hold on a second. Let me do something. Let me find my probabilities. Let's go to my ensembles. Let's look at our European ensembles, and then we'll look at our GFS ensembles. Let's go to winter weather probabilities. So this is the probabilities are updated of 1 inch or more snow. Where are we going to see that corridor at? Clearly all the red. So the red is 100%, orange 90. You can see where that's at. This is where we've got a pretty decent confidence down south here of at least an inch of snow. So that would be right around a 60 to 70% chance for east central Texas there and down in towards western Louisiana. So that's 1 inch or higher of snow probabilities on the European ensemble. So these ensembles are what we really, really pay attention to. Then we'll have a pretty decent corridor up here into western North Carolina, back into the Ohio Valley. That'll be for the event that'll be coming in tomorrow and Saturday. And then you go up here to those probabilities and you're like, all right, what about 3 inches or more? Yeah. As of right now, the European ensembles don't really like that because we have lesser moisture. These were a little bit higher yesterday. Had those overnight model runs come in and the daytime model runs today. And yeah, that's what we basically got with this. So yeah, it's still a 20 to 30% chance. We're going to have to wait and see. I really wish, or not wish, but I really wonder if the dry air is what's going to keep this thing at bay. We're going to have to wait and see. And this actually plays out all the way through the whole entire event here. So, Ashley, good to see you in here. Thank you for becoming a member of the team over there on TikTok. I appreciate it. Once again, guys, if you're on TikTok and you're not following me on Facebook and YouTube, we are also live on those platforms as well. We're live on all three tonight. So make sure y'all find your way over there, please, please. No, for Georgia, potentially so. The model probabilities are starting to show that, yes, if the European model trends. So that's 1 inch of snow once again, or that was 3 inches of snow. This is 1 inch of snow. So the probability of 1 inch of snow right now in the southeast on the Euro, very, very, very favorable. Very favorable. The beaches actually look a little bit higher in some areas than what we do looking like down here in Louisiana and into eastern Texas. So very, very decent setup for about an inch of snow. That would be pretty nice. And then, like I said, you go up here into that corridor, we look at 3 inches of snow. Not bad. Not really bad. We're going up, and then 6 inches of snow. You're actually looking at Louisiana and the beaches. So this is not, these percentages are not zero. So, yes, it's a 10 to 20% chance, but got to watch it. We got to see if we get 6 inches of snow in Charleston, South Carolina. That's going to be, I couldn't imagine 6 inches of snow in Charleston. Shit, that'd be wild, guys. All right. Let's go look at our GFS ensembles because we're getting ready to get that new GFS run in, and we'll start to discuss it and kind of walk through that one. All right, GFS ensembles. Probability of 1 inch or right at 1 inch of snow. Let's play this through the event. All right, we'll stop it at Thursday's event. We'll just pause it right here. Beach trip, I know, right? For real. Yeah, so 1 inch of snow on the GFS run, pretty in sync. So we know we're gonna get a winter storm. Just like I said, what magnitude is this winter storm gonna be at this point? So 60% to 70% chance, right around that 50 threshold in Texas and Louisiana for 1 inch of snowfall through next Thursday. And then you look at the 3 inch totals. They go down a little bit, but still, we're seeing consistency, and that is what the biggest thing is when you're trying to forecast a winter storm so far in advance. Actually, not far in advance. We're 4 to 5 days out, technically. And then you go 6 inches, and, you got a little 20% corridor there in East Texas, so maybe kind of signaling something. And then you get up here to the Great Lakes and the areas that typically see this. And then a foot of snow, clearly that's not going to happen unless you're up in, like, UP, Michigan, or Canada, etc. So, yeah. And then, past that point, are we going to see another winter storm potentially in the Ohio Valley the following week? Here we go. Here's those 1 inch probabilities again. The GFS will show this. You get up into Kentucky, the Ohio Valley. Again, we're going to get more snow next week. I'm pretty confident we're going to get to that. I mean, then you get up to that 3 inch corridor up into the Ohio Valley, and then 6 inches. We're in that area, PA and Ohio again. Just something to be mindful of, guys. Be very mindful of it. We're in, like I said, we're in the coldest part of really the year, I think. So, like I said, just something to be mindful of. All right. Let me get this back up here. Let's get our new OZ run in here in just a moment. Oh, yeah, let's check something else. I want to check the icon. Hold on a minute. See what the icon did this afternoon. The icon is actually quite interesting. And this was this afternoon's run. So it's got a more robust. So once again, Canadian and Icon show a more robust winter storm, which we'll watch this. And then we've got the European, it's kind of all over the place, the GFS all over the place. So once again, it's consistency, consistency, consistency. I could say that a million times until I'm blue in the face, but we've got to see consistency. We can't just look at one model run like this and say, oh, Louisiana's going to get freezing rain down along Interstate 10, and then you're going to get a foot up in northern Louisiana. That's not how that works. So, once again, just something to be very mindful of. And then, guys, I want to talk about this. This is wild. If we had an ice setup like this along Interstate 10 and 20 up into Georgia, and I mean, this would be crippling ice if the Icon was existing. You get an all snow event in the Carolinas, but I mean, horrible if this were to happen. Do I think that's going to happen? We'll see. We'll see. And then that system's gone. And then you go and you look at I think that was the 12Z. So the OOZ is coming in now. This is the 18Z. Yep, so the 18Z actually trended more in the GFS's favor. And then we're getting the new run now. Yeah, so we got to wait on this new run to come in. See what the Icon does on that one. Another thing I want to run through really quickly, let's look at our HRRR model because we do have rain and showers that it's going to be developing tomorrow. I want to go down towards the lower Ohio Valley here because we are going to have some showers and some storms that are going to develop as well. This will be, rain through Saturday, early Saturday morning, I would say, and then a little bit of a transition to snow. So this will be the HRRR model through Saturday, Friday night into Saturday morning. It's a very quick system that comes through. I mean, this thing is out of here by Saturday morning. So basically, if you're in Indiana, Kentucky, I mean, this is like an overnight event. So you'd be looking at rain in Kentucky, Missouri. Clearly, it's too warm right now. But then there's your 32-degree temperature line. So as soon as this pushes in behind this front, you're going to have that cold Arctic air that comes in. So once again, just something to be very, very mindful of. But that's the HRRR model run, kind of showing its thing there. Could even get a little bit of transition over to some sleet and freezing rain and snow mix afterwards as well. All right. I need my GFS model to start updating. We got one more minute here and it should start to run, hopefully. Yeah, heated jacket will come in handy there, Alyssa. Absolutely. Absolutely. Scrambled eggs. Oh, that sounds so good right But yeah, guys, I'm excited. I am really, really excited for 2025. I'm ready for this. This is something, like I said, goal wise that I've wanted to do for many, many years, and we are finally at that point. We just got to take off and go. I know it's going to take time for us to grow as a group and grow as a community in the Mesomat weather world, is what I like to call it, but we'll get there. We will get there. Oh yeah, Laney, it'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yep, so we're gonna wait. We'll see this new run does. Over my pretty content as of right. Got a lot of you guys that are watching in different areas. Heck yeah. I know there's some of you guys that are happening. I'm excited. I think I got anybody over on YouTube yet that still hasn't been modded that's on the weather team? Haven't yet. Comment on. You guys are crushing it. Southwestern Louisiana. We're gonna have to wait and see. We'll have to see what those totals come out. It'll probably be Saturday, Sunday time. There's our OOZ. Here it comes. We're gonna get fresh, new GFS model run data. You are doing the thing. I'm happy. We are doing the thing. It's not just me. You guys are doing this. You guys are all here for this. Babe, we just had to get this Wi-Fi extender. That's what it was. What did it? 70 degrees for the Carolinas. That would be nice, Richie. If I could make that happen, I would give that to you. Oh my goodness gracious. I appreciate that, Quentin. I appreciate it, bud. Appreciate all the support, guys. Every single one that follows, that watches. I appreciate Hayden, good to see you over there. Western North Carolina peeps. Yeah, so you guys are going to have an isolated chance for some snow showers. I believe Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I think we're looking at higher elevations. Probably see some makes it there. It'll be cold enough. We'll just have to see. We're going to get this new GFS model running. This is a very important. Our OZ model runs are very, very important, especially overnight runs. So start to kind of get an idea. Yeah, I know. I've got to be sitting with the mic here. I got to fix this mic again. Like I said, I have to eat my mic. It's that I'm gonna have to. I can. We're not used to the snow in Louisiana. Yeah, it'll be different. It'll be different. Guys, y'all are crushing the likes. 30,000 almost already. There's only 42 guys on the stream. Y'all are crushing it. Listen, it's actually a little bit better when there's not 600 people watching the stream. Like, we got 42 on TikTok. We've got 8 on... 4 on Facebook. So this is decent. I like this. I can breathe. I don't have to be overwhelmed. You guys don't have to be overwhelmed. Like, I like this a lot. I am very happy. I know at some point we'll get our rush of people. Severe weather coverage. Becky, you're fine. You're and why my mic is being yeah, I do. I really have to eat them. It's just how it is. It's weird. North Alabama, any snow you think? Honestly, right now, Cheryl, I don't think so. I think you guys are going to be cold, but I think the moisture is going to be too far to the south as of right now. That can change, but right now I'm not seeing it. Go back and look at the probability. Go back to those. Maybe. Nope, that wasn't the year. Was actually, let's just do an inches. There we go. Yeah, it's possible. You're looking at like a 30 to 40% chance right now. So we'll see what happens. I'm very interested to see what this one's gonna do. Yeah, make sure you guys come back as well. We'll have more updates. We're gonna be streaming every night, so that's the plan. Might do some streams kind of in between. But our main big stream will be time. All right, guys. Once again, I have to eat my mic. I'm really sorry. I don't know why it keeps ever had this. So weird. Uh Feel so bad, guys. Like I said, this is like a test stream, so. Like I'm actually like normally talking though. That's the thing about it, and I have the volume turned all the way up. Let me see if I have any filters on this. All right, tell me, does this do anything? Does it do anything better or no? I don't know. Oh, does this sound? Does it still sound okay? Hold on. Can y'all hear me now? Is that any better? Like I'm gonna move it away. I'm gonna move it away. All right, I took it off. So I had a noise suppression on it. That's why. I had a noise suppression on it. Well, that fixed the problem. Hold on, let me hear myself talk. Hold on. Oh, yep, we sound good. We're great. Okay. Yeah, guys, I managed to fuck up everything, so I'm sorry. Yep. Make sure you guys have notifications set on for FB and YouTube, please. Yeah, and I don't really have any background noise. Can you guys hear anything? Like, I mean, I'm gonna beat on the thing, but it's not like staticky or anything, right? Okay. As long as y'all's ears are not bleeding out, we're good. Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. For anybody that goes back and watches this on YouTube or Facebook, they're gonna be like, what the hell? Y'all, we are at 32,000 likes. Y'all are crushing it. So this is the fun part of our job, and that's waiting for the models to load in. Is the Canadian model a good model? So the Canadian and the Icon are pretty good when you're looking for consistency. You typically want to have the Euro and the GFSB together, but the Canadian and the Icon can show things that sometimes are missable. So yes, I think so. Yeah, those are the four that I typically look at for consistency. I'm actually more clear. I love that. That's awesome. Heck yeah. All right, well, I'm going to pull this thing away so I'm not eating it. I'm not trying to eat plastic tonight. So, guys, we have some... Here, okay, so I'm going to do something, okay? We have a soundboard on my soundboards. I'm going to run through some sounds, and you guys tell me what y'all think about the sounds. Hold on a second. We haven't got to use the soundboard in a while. So we have that sound. Hold on a second. We have that sound. Oh, that was way too loud. I'm telling you, for anybody that watches this stream, I'm really sorry in advance that rewatches it. I'm sorry, but I love you guys. Then we have our theme song. So we have our theme song. That was created by Roro a while ago. And then we have, Rochelle is really not going to like me for this, but I'm going to do it anyways. We have her theme song. So there are two theme songs that we play during severe weather season that is sponsored by Rochelle. Don't row your way through the flooded waters. If you see a road that's flooded, be prepared to... Oh, can y'all not hear it? Why can y'all not hear it? Can y'all hear it okay, or is it... Was it too quiet? I don't know why it's so low. It should have worked. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, wait, that might be why. Hold on a minute. Let me do... Okay. How do I sound now? Let me try it again. I don't know what that was. We're not gonna do that again. I don't know what that was. That was wild. All right, so we're not gonna do that again. We're gonna fix that problem off stream. Anyways, sorry guys. I probably just lost like all of my followers that way. But anyways. I don't know why it did that, but it did. I hope you guys were not listening with earbuds. That's all I have to say at that point. I don't know. It like echoed. That was so weird. All right, so it's safe to say that the soundboard may not be the best, but it's fine. I'll fix that down the road. I'm so glad we didn't have 1,000 people in here at this time either. Yep, so that's we're not gonna do that again. I know, guys, it does feel like it's the first day on the job at this point. All right, let's see what we got back here ongoing. So we're still getting our update in here. This takes forever. The GFS run takes like an hour to load in. So, anybody got any ideas on anything in the chat? That was the most dramatic. I know, right? Okay, let me try something again. Hold on. Rochelle, I cannot do that again. Oh my gosh. I don't know why it did that. Yeah, that's the sad thing about it is for you guys on Facebook and YouTube, you guys will be able to replay that bag and clip it too. Y'all can definitely clip it if y'all really want to clip it. For real, Archie, I really might think about it. I don't know why I did that. It went, bruh. I know, y'all are gonna clip that. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to tell Connor about this. This is gonna be wild. He's just over there doing his stream on TikTok, and he's not gonna know what the hell happened over here tonight. Be like, so we tried something new, and it didn't work out very well. Oh man. What did it sound like? Because I had to turn my ear sound off. Did it stop or did it keep going? I don't even know how I did it to start with. Is what's weird about it. Yeah, I can do the. Let me see if this one. Okay, let me play. All right, hold on a second. Y'all, this is wild. What are we doing tonight? Guys, this is wild. Oh my gosh. Y'all hate me. I know y'all do. I don't know why it does that. I've never had this issue before. Hold on, let me turn off my mic and see if it fixes it. I don't know what it's doing. I turned off my mic. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry for anybody that's actually watching for weather content. I'm really sorry. I gotta fix this. I don't know why it's doing that, like, honestly. Wait, hold on. Let me see if this changes it. We're gonna mess around with it for a minute. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. It has to do with my audio settings. Hold on. This is wild. We gotta get this fixed. We really gotta get this fixed, guys. This is, like I said, I'm gonna go back and retitle this stream Trial. Like, it's just gonna be called Trial and Error. Oh, hold on. Oh, did we fix it? Did we fix it? Maybe. Did y'all hear it or no? Hold on. Hold on, let me try it again. I really gotta get a different gotta figure this out. How about that? Did it? No? Yeah, but okay. So here's what I gotta do. I've gotta have my speakers turned all the way up because it admits through the... Yeah, it admits through the mic, so that's why. That's what we'll do. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. I'm sorry. I really am. For anybody that's in here, I'm really sorry. Y'all hate me. I know you guys do. It's fine. Alright, I'm done. I promise. I'm done. Y'all can blame that one on Rochelle. Alright, I'll go through the sounds so you guys can hear them. So here's our soundboard for this year. We'll play it. I'm in danger. So you got that one. Grandma, now we're on stream tonight. I know, right? I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Yeah, we got a lot of great stuff on here. Can y'all not hear it again? Hold on a second. Why is it doing that? Rochelle can hear it. Hold on. She is in the next room. That's very true, though. She is in the next room. All right, I'm going to play Rose's song. This is a tornado warning. Please go to shelter. That includes a closet or bathtub or even a basement. So there's Rose's song. She made that one herself. Probably did. Can y'all hear that better? Do you know? Yes, I know Connor. Yes, we're friends with him. He's also he's on our team. He's a great dude. I love him. Did y'all hear that okay? I appreciate that, Lucas. That means a lot, bud. That means a lot. Yeah, Connor's freaking awesome. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, we gotta get I gotta get this soundboard thing set up again and get it fixed, but yeah, I don't know why it's low. It's weird. Oh, Zoe, I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. I'll figure it out down the road, though. I'm not too worried about it. What's up, Austin? Good to see you, bud. So here's the Mezzo Baby song. I know, I saw it, Austin. I'm so excited, dude. I'm so relieved too. I'm excited. Big sigh of relief. Okay, that's the last one I'll play for now, but did y'all hear that okay? Does it work if my speakers are turned up and it goes through the mic? Alright, let's look at our model here. We're almost in range on Tuesday. 750 square feet. Lainey wants it. Fine, I'll do it. Louisiana here. Oh, Louisiana here. Oh, I saw that, Austin. I saw that on your video. That's freaking exciting, dude. It looks nice too. Louisiana here. All right, hold on. Let me look here and see. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I'm so excited for you. I hope it all goes well. That's awesome. Heck freaking yeah. All right. Hold on. I want to play Rose's song one more time to see if I can hear it better. Row your way through the flooded waters. If you see a row that's flooded, be prepared to stop. Alright, that works good. I can hear it. Alright, I'm done with the soundboard, guys. Oh, that's not bad at all, Austin. Dude, 2 minutes, that's a walk, easily. Alright, guys, let's get into this here. GFS model coming in here. We're waiting for our little winter storm to pop up here on our model run. Currently, right now... Excuse me. Currently, right now, we're sitting right in here. This is what we're waiting to see. Oh, y'all want the Eminem one? Alright, I'll play that one. I forgot about that. Guess who's back? This one, Ro made this one too. Tell a friend. Rochelle made that one too. Alrighty. Yep, so there's our snowstorm popping up on Monday night on the GFS. It is over Texas. So I'm going to already do some comparison here. We're going to go back to the 12Z here and see if it, in fact, originated at the same time frame. So the 12Z run from this afternoon did not have anything. The 18Z did. So we're already seeing on this GFS run a little bit more moisture than what the 18Z did. Oh yeah, a little bit more. Just a slight bit more. I'm so sorry, guys, about that. I did not expect it to do that. If your ears were destroyed tonight, I am so sorry. I will pay all the medical expenses once I am rich at some point in my life. I am so sorry in advance. This was definitely a hell of a stream tonight. Bruh. I know, Laney, you are gonna go slow snow swimming. All right, let's zoom this in here a little bit so you guys can see this a little bit better. All right, so we're still watching this load. So this is around Monday. This is Monday night. So we're talking, I think if this trend stays, if the Euro tonight does this and we get this tomorrow, we should get winter storm watches by Saturday afternoon. That's kind of my thought. Oh, that's right. I can look by region. I did forget about that. All right, let me go back here then. Thanks, Laney, for telling me how to use a website that I've used literally for 7 years now. And I don't know how to use it sometimes. There we go. Oh, that's the... Oh. Yeah, this is becoming a little bit more robust as far as the moisture goes. Yeah, so this would be an all event. This would be an Eastern. This would be an I-10 event. Yeah, this would be an Interstate 10 event. Yep. At least as of right now, it's what it looks to be. So this starts Monday afternoon and then goes Monday night. So winter storm watches would get issued Saturday night. Saturday night. It's kind of my thought process. Manders, hold on a second. Let me double check on something. Do I have anybody on YouTube that's not modded yet that's in the chat currently? I just want to double check. Oh, is Penny or a mod, right? Yeah, just if you're a regular mod on TikTok, I need to get you guys modded on YouTube. This is a little bit more of a robust event. Yeah, the OOZ likes this. Okay, that's right. Penny's safety. That's right. Manders, are you? No, Manders is not. Wait, yes. No. Ro, will you message me? If I've missed anybody, this is always an issue for me, I swear. I just can't comprehend it very well. There's Manders. Yep, I got her. I'm just having a brain fart tonight after the bruh. Zoe really did clip it? Oh my gosh, I gotta save that. That's freaking awesome, Zoe. I just saw it in the group chat. Yeah, this is an all snow event for Interstate 10. So let's go look at our temperature plots here and see, just to double check on some things. It's so wild because you guys are going to be literally in the 60s on Saturday morning. 60s, 60s. And your 32-degree temperature line is just up here. Like, it's just wild to me. You're in the 60s and you're about to get snow accumulation in Louisiana and Texas not even 2 days later. Yeah, your temperatures will be... Ooh, this is not good. I don't like this. So that's a loft temperatures. Hold on a minute. Let's pause the thought on this for a second. Where is it at? Yeah, I don't like... The reason I'm not... the snow's there. I don't... Okay, there it is. I was about to say the temperature maps were not right, so this is more right. Let's take a sounding. Oh yeah, you're good. You are good. So got a pretty saturated column there. You'll have your dew point at 24, your temperature at 32. So yeah, that's a good snow profile sounding. It's not bad. It's not a bad looking sounding though. All right, let's go look at these 10-to-1 ratios and see what we got. Yikes. You know, if you're up in the northern plains or the Midwest, this is not high-end snow for you guys. This is for Houston, Texas, and for Lake Charles. These keep going up higher. Can we get 7 inches of snow in Houston? Can we imagine that? That'd be wild. Yeah, thunder snow legit though. Here, let's go a little bit more in on this. God, 7.5 inches of snow for Houston, Texas next week. If this verifies. Oh my gosh. That is going to be a doozy for you guys down there. Golly. 8.5 in Galveston, San Marcos, San Antonio, 5 to 8 inches. That's if it's all snow, though. That's the biggest thing. We gotta have to wait and see if we get any mixing. There's a little bit of freezing rain that kind of pops up a little bit here. I've never seen 7 inches of snow in my 23 years of living. And down in that far south, like now. Yep, so Lanny, you're still sitting at a pretty good 3 to 5 inch range there. Yeah, this will be interesting. I see you over there, Carissa. So, all right, let's zoom out a little bit here and let's go across the coast into the southeast because we want to look at the rest of this as a whole. Dude, it just skips. I mean, it skips Georgia and then goes up the east coast. Is there an icing with this as well? Yeah, I'm concerned about the grid. I'm concerned about prolonged power outages just with snow down there with you guys. You get 5 to 7 inches of snow accumulation down in Houston. That's not a good thing. And then you add the cold temperatures as well. We'll have to look at the feels like temperatures too. You know, now that I'm really thinking about it too, I wonder if we're going to have a low-end severe weather setup in Central Florida too come next week. Now that I'm thinking about it too. Yeah, we're going to have fun next week. Y'all best bet we're going to be covering this next week. Oh, yes. We will be covering this next week for sure. I am not going to miss a Houston, Texas snow event. Absolutely not. I wasn't even able to stream 2021 at that time when it happened, so I will not be missing this one. Yeah, Aiden, we'll see. We'll have to see, but it definitely looks like it's very favorable. It definitely does. Let me look at my severe weather component really quickly. Just ever so slightly here. Let's see if we have any cape with this. Oh. Marginal risk stay on Sunday. That would be on Sunday of this week. And then past that, yeah. Okay, so the instability is well further to the south. All right. Another thing here. Excuse me. Let's go to these wind chills, because this is what I'm really curious to see. How cold is it actually going to feel like? Golly. Yeah, it will definitely be possible, Richie, for sure. That's not even it. Wednesday is going to be your coldest, guys. It'll be Wednesday morning. These are feels like temperatures. We got single digits in some of these areas here. So, well, that's thrilling. All right, let's go to a national perspective while we wait for the rest of this run to load. I mean, look at this, guys. I really want you guys to understand. These are the wind chills. These are wind chills. Look at this. Negative 50 degrees in North Dakota for a feels like temperature on Monday morning. I mean, it's not unnormal up there to see this. These are our feels like temperatures well down in the Ohio Valley right here. So this is that sub-zero feels like temperature line. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be out of school next week, honestly, personally, at this point. So these are feels like temperatures, not actual air temps. And then it gets a little bit better as you go kind of east there. Oh, yeah, Mississippi will be in this, yes. Like I said this last night on stream, too. Could you guys imagine if this was during April or May and we had a huge, like, tornado outbreak that was down here with this? Because that's what it would technically be if it was May. Yeah, so these are the actual air temperatures. So most people will be right above zero, but that's that 0 degree temperature line kind of right up in there. That's around Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. You got sub-zero actual temps, and then you got teens. So this is doable. This is right around what we've been seeing here in the Ohio Valley. So I'm okay with that. Because if we went back and look at the model runs from last week, these were showing like below zero temps, like for mostly everybody, all the way down to Tennessee, as far as what the models were showing a good 2 weeks out. Miami, you guys are fine. That's wild, Zoe. Richie says, let's chase it. Let's look at our troughing pattern here, too. This is interesting going into late next week. So, you know, once we kick that real cold air out of here, we'll see a little bit of a warming trend. I want to watch this. Models have really been liking an idea of another winter storm. You got a subpolar jet stream as well that's coming down here out of Canada again. So we'll have 2 clashes of cold air next week. We'll have the big one Saturday through Wednesday, and then we'll have that kind of lift. We'll have a little bit of a ridge build here, which is going to allow for just a little bit of warm air to kind of rebound, and then we're going to have another low pressure, and I wonder if we're going to get another snow event out of this. Yeah, Tiffany, so for North Carolina, we're watching this specific storm for the East Coast. If you're along the beach in South Carolina or Eastern North Carolina, you guys got a shot of snow this week, or next week, I should say. Maybe 1 to 3 inches. We'll just kind of wait and see what it does. It will be cold enough, believe it or not, but there could be that. And then we're going to watch this next storm that's going to come through. Still a lot of time to figure this one out. It's still well in advance stays out. But we're just kind of looking at the troughing and trying to figure out what we're going to do with this. Yeah, over there in the East Central, and yeah, you guys did get a mess. It was a gross mess over there. I agree with you 100% on that one. Yep, there's our next one, guys. So we're going to have 2 winter storms next week. And I think I'm more confident on the second one right now than I am the one that's happening early next week. I mean, the models have been showing this in the Ohio Valley again. We're going to get like our 3rd winter storm here in Kentucky within the matter of 3 weeks. I want real snow. Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see. Hopefully we can get a shift. But it looks to me there's going to be so much cold air, it's going to basically keep everything dry. That's kind of what it looks like as of right now. So we'll have to see. Picked up a nice dusting. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah, Aiden. Sorry, I was answering a TX message real quick. All right, so we're going to watch this run here for just a little bit more, and then we'll probably call it a night. We've been on here for about an hour and a half. I'm going to try tomorrow, guys, and get on a little bit earlier. I was just very curious in seeing what the GFS was going to do tonight. We'll look at the Euro later. But yeah, this will be Thursday, next Thursday, another one. Maybe some heavy snowfall again for the Ohio Valley. I think I'm more, like I said, confident on this one happening than I am with anything else as of right now. So we'll see. We'll see what this does. I might get one more chance to play in the snow again. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for being on here. Like I said, we're going to continue to update this. I'll have another video out tomorrow morning. Clearly we know this stream was an interesting one, to say on the least side of things. I busted out some eardrums, if not everybody's eardrums in stream tonight. Set your alarm to the true bros. I know, right? All right. Well, we'll give it a couple more minutes here, and then we'll get off for the night, y'all. I will have my video uploaded tomorrow morning on all platforms. If you guys did not hear, TikTok is pretty much, looks like it's saved at this point, at least as of right now. So we will start uploading back on TikTok tomorrow. We'll upload on all platforms. We'll be live on all platforms as long as everything continues to go the way it's going now. I enjoy this. I'm really excited. I've got to get some things fixed, but I'm super, super, super excited with the way that everything worked tonight. I think it's a step forward. I think it's a big step forward with a lot of things. So maybe we can reach some more people than what we reach at this point. Oh, southwestern Louisiana is going to get snow. I think they will get snow. God, we're going to get just a heavy blanket of snow up here again on Friday. Yeah, this is wild. Also, guys, thank you for the 45,000 likes. I appreciate it. Yeah, we'll do this again tomorrow. We'll do this every single day, pretty much going forward. We'll do these updates. I like it. I enjoy it. Once again, if you're not following on all other socials, make sure you guys are following, please. Oh, that's awesome, Aiden. Heck yeah, dude. Congrats. Hold on just a minute here. But yeah, guys, like I said, we'll be back tomorrow to streaming on everything and also posting on everything. Which I'm super, super excited about. All right, where are we at on, let's see here. Y'all, we are still 45 followers away over on FB. Make sure y'all go over there as well, the other socials. Yeah, Aubrey, I think it's been about 2 years, a year now, right? Yeah, a year or 2 years. I can't remember on the dot, but yeah. Tomorrow, I don't know yet. I think I'm going to do an afternoon update. We might just do a live tomorrow afternoon on TikTok and then do, I want to save where we stream on everything for nighttime. So we'll probably do a TikTok update tomorrow and then everything else we'll stream all 3 tomorrow evening, I'd say. I like the idea of that. Because TikTok's where I reach more people anyways during the daytime. So we might just do the schedule like that. So I'll post in the morning, do a live stream around lunchtime on TikTok, and then we'll do all 3 at nighttime. It just seems a little bit easier that way. And it gives me time because I have to edit things. I have to thumbnail everything up. So that's my thought process. But yeah, hopefully we'll have some interesting information overnight tonight that'll come in to kind of give us an idea. And it looks like we're going to have yet another, like I said, Arctic blast that's going to come down after this one. No, I appreciate that, Aubrey. That's sweet. That's awesome. But has anybody got any last minute questions here? Like I said, I'll do a forecast update tomorrow. As far as longevity wise on what we're gonna see. Got a lot of things to figure out. A lot of things. What did Ro just laugh at? Golly, y'all are wild. All right, y'all. We're going to wrap the stream up. I do appreciate you guys very, 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 very much. And we'll reconvene again tomorrow. Like I said, I'll have a video out between, I'm going to say 10 a.m. and noonish, roughly. I'd like to start having them out at that time for you guys. That way you guys can get information before lunchtime gets here at that point. So, but we'll do that. Other than that, guys, be safe, be weather aware, and I'll see you guys in the next one.